Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Man, there's a leprechaun in the room. How you doing, buddy?
Doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. We got Dom Salvucci joining us tonight, as usual, in that so important co-hosting chair. The Southwest
Right.
Regional Director. How you doing, man? How's the day going?
Doing well. Doing well. Get ready to listen to some Dropkick Murphys in celebration of St. Patrick's Day.
All
Got the
right.
grew the beard out for the occasion. Not quite as splendiferous as yours, but I'm working on it.
That's all right. I give you a solid, solid A for that effort, man. All right, there you go. Get the white in there. That's more natural. Get that white in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of attached to mine, so I keep mine around. I sport it. My wife got me this. It's the blend of the Irish of her family and the Italian of mine. So,
I
oh,
like that.
Italian. And I hung up my green Reptar shirt in my classroom today because I was really battling. Do I go Rugrats Reptar? So I compromised with my socks. I went Reptar sock on the right foot, and I went Baby Yoda green sock on my left foot. So it was kind of an emotional day for us over here. My sixth graders we were hanging out with.
Yeah, I didn't wear this to school today because I was afraid of getting coffee on it, than not being able to wear it for the broadcast tonight. So
Well,
kept it.
you meet all those parents when they're coming in the parent line. So I don't know. They might have like taken their kid and bolted if they would have saw you.
I know.
Saying,
Don't want to scare the kids away as they're coming into the building.
that's it. You got to be careful with that. Wait till they're in the building, then whatever you want. It's all live. All right. So we've got a special St. Patrick's Day edition talking about PACT and the great things about it. What do you think, Tom?
I think it's going to be a great show. So great, we didn't want to postpone it. We kept the regular schedule, even though it's St. Patrick's Day, because it's going to be that good a show.
That's right. So as we do every week, Tom, what's it time for?
The PACT pod.
You know it. All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the ninth episode, still in season one of the PACT Pod, the March edition. My name's Eric Verno. I'm vice
Dom
president of
Salvucci.
PACT, and with me we got Dom Salvucci.
How's
All right,
everyone
Dom.
doing tonight? Hope you
Oh
guys are
man,
well at home.
yeah. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Things are going well, and we got some cool topics. You and I get to brainstorm and think of different topics, and even got emails coming in and some members of the community kind of sending in what their thoughts are. So, what's our topic today, Dom?
Tonight, it's getting to know PACT. We just had our first face to face meeting with Ben Smith as our new president, you as the vice president. We introduced some new members, bunch of new members to the board, and committees and such. We hope to have them on through shows. We thought, what better way to start off? Do a little recap of the meeting, which we could talk for hours about PACT. Uh, the snowstorm of 2022, March
Yep.
2022, and the brutal cold of March 2022. We survived for the meeting at State College, but we want to introduce two special guests.
Yeah. So, definitely have a lot of we always put a call for participation out from the state, and anybody who's interested in getting involved, they reach out, and we work on finding a spot for them. And I love how Ben said this year, like in the times that we have right now, in how or what all teachers are facing, if somebody reached out saying they were willing to volunteer their time, he wasn't going to turn them away. And I agree. That's a
Yeah,
phenomenal thought, phenomenal statement. So, again, a lot of new people, a lot of new blood. That use that phrase. And it's exciting to hear the history. To know this organization's been running 61 years, I believe, is what we talked about. Correct?
yes,
Yeah.
early '60s, '61, I think is when it started.
Yeah, just amazing at what they've done. So, like Dom said, we if you just came to the pod to listen to Dom and I talk, we could talk for hours. Nobody wants to come to that. We want to make sure people show up every week. You know what I'm saying, Dom?
Yep.
That's kind of important. So we have Sue Allen, who's our new South Central Regional Director, and we have JG Resig, who is going to be our North Central PACT Regional Director. Now, when we were kind of putting this together, I was like, wow, we're being very Central Pennsylvania driven here. I don't know, East and West are going to get a little mad at us, but that's all right. So I'm going to invite them onto the stage here, and we're going to have a nice show. Just chat with them about what they're, who they are, what they're doing, and what their plans are. So, all
And
right.
one thing, if I could add, everyone at PACT on the board and on the committees, we're volunteers. There are no
Yep.
paid members. It's all volunteering of time and effort.
Yep, that is
So
correct. So
we
let's
do appreciate
roll.
the help.
Let's roll the guest sponsor line. Here we go. All right, welcome, Sue, JG. First time on the show. We'll start with Sue. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I have my PAECT block sitting right here
Love
Nice.
it.
in my home office.
Mine are hiding back there with the stars. JG, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. How's everybody?
Hey, we're doing well.
Doing well.
Doing well. Well, so we sent now. So we're going to do a better job of helping you not talk over each other like Dom and I do all the time. We love it. It's always good banter. So I did send you a couple questions, but let's just be honest. You got them like 20 minutes ago. Okay, all right. It's just how we roll. So anyway, we'll go through and we'll go Sue first, JG kind of follow up, and we'll just kind of go back and forth if you're all right with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And listen, we're all teachers here, so interruptions, tangents, stories, we love them all. You know what I mean? That's what our classes are. You know what I mean? So, all right. So let's specifically your day job. What is it like? Like Dom said, we have nobody who's a paid staff of PACT. We're all volunteers. We're made up of, I would say, venturing like 98, 99 educators. There's a couple people that might be retired or in that upper echelon admin. So what's your day job, Sue?
My day job is as a instructional technology specialist in the Hempfield School District in Lancaster County. I work with students and staff in grades K through 8 in 5 different buildings.
Okay, that's good stuff. All right, JG.
All right. I am an elementary STEM teacher in Oswego Valley School District up in Potter County, right on the New York border. And I work with pre-K all the way up to 5th grade right now.
All right. Good stuff. All right. Second question, Dom.
Okay, this one might throw you a little bit of a curve, but if you had a superpower, what do you think yours is? And all of you have superpowers because we see what you guys do in the classroom. We've seen what you've done with PAECT, KTI. What's your superpower?
So the framing is it could be something that you think you currently have, or it could be something that you would like to have. All right, Sue?
Good question. I would say my superpower is the ability to make extensive to-do list and not cross much off.
Listen, I've seen your list. They're amazing. I'm not gonna lie. They're good. They're good. Help keep people organized. I love it. And she's just saying she's being modest. Other people cross things off for her because she's like, hey, okay, let's delegate. Let's all work through this. No, I like that. Now, if you could pick any superpower, what would it be though? Let's go comic book realm. What do you got?
I need time to think on that one.
All right, we'll come back to it. All right. We'll do some wait
time. Wait.
Oh,
I got it. The ability to stop time.
Oh, she's gonna mine.
I thought she was gonna say the ability to stop Verno because it worked. Like she was, hey, and I stopped right away. Okay, all right. Ability to stop time. I like that. Not enough hours in the day.
Just for short chunks.
All right, I don't want to throw the space-time continuum off too much. All right, I like that. All right, JG, tough act to follow. So, superpower.
Oh, all right. So the one that I think I have, that I've been told I have, it's not really manly at all, but I've been called a social butterfly, and that I am able to walk into a room and find someone to be able to talk to and relate to. So I would say the superpower that I would like to have would be the ability to multiply. Like I find myself that I need a clone or I need an assistant or a sidekick at some point because I'm running different places all the time. So if I could multiply, I would definitely be able to handle that as a superpower.
That's a neat one.
That is a good one.
Math teachers must love you. Now, for the record, the social butterfly, we don't want to know what that superpower outfit looks like. If it's up to Edna, if it's up to Edna from Incredibles, no
No
cape,
capes.
no cape,
Okay.
just some wings. Like picture the Rock and like the toothpick.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
All right, good stuff there. All right, okay, that's good. So I like that. I always say my ability would be talking to a wall and making it talk back. So it goes with the social butterfly aspect. All right. How about you, Dom? We're gonna hit you with that question since they both did a great job.
The gift of gab is my superpower, but I want to expand on Susan, manipulate time, not just pause it, but be able to speed it up, slow it down, and manipulate it with, you're on vacation, you want to take 5-day vacation, stretch it out with the family, kind of hit pause, let the family keep running around on the beach, and,
All right.
not have to pay the extra week for staying an extra 5 days because we've stopped time.
Just not like the movie Click with Adam Sandler. You gotta be careful with that one. All right, so let's go. Question 3. All right, we're warming up. We're smiling. They haven't left the room yet, Tom. We're good. Whew. All right, we're gonna be able to pay the bills this week. All right. How long have you been involved with PAECT? So we'll start with Sue.
I would say 2007, 2006, 2007.
Which we learned this weekend. That was kind of like when Pete and C, like in that ballpark, that's when that kicked off and things like that started stepping up. All right, very cool. JG?
I had to really think back. My date could be off, but I'm thinking 2017. So relatively new, but
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so I'm going to hit a follow-up question here. Sue, what was it that got you involved with PACT?
Going to Pete and C as a CFF coach was what got me involved, and going to the dinner. And I'm going to give a call out to Marty McGall for dragging me to the dinner because she was involved with the regional board at that time. So, yeah.
All right, awesome. Yeah.
I'll blame Marty.
Marty's great.
Yep,
Marty
yep.
is awesome.
Very much so. All right, JG, same question. What or whom or what was it that got you or pulled you into PACT?
All right, so that one I do remember. It was a dinner meeting at Timber Creek in Meadville, and Nicole Hill and Josh Bundy had set it up, and I got pulled in. My wife was or is part of AECT, and so she's like, hey, you should probably be a local partner with this, so let's go to this meeting and see what it's all about. And so that's where I met Nicole and Josh, and then my wife taught with Kelsey Boyles from Northwest Region as well. So then that following year, I got the opportunity to go to Pete and C, and that's where I was like, wait a minute, I think I know you people from somewhere. And they pulled me right in, and I've never looked back.
That's awesome. All right, good job. Well, we give a little coffee cheer to the missus getting you involved, and now where you are today. That's good. I like that. All right, Dom, what do we got next? What question?
Well, this past week we were just talking before you guys jumped on screen about the first state board meeting of Ben Smith's presidency. What are your thoughts? What are your initial thoughts about that board meeting this past weekend? Start with Sue.
It was a whirlwind. I took a lot of notes, and I'm still going through the notes in my multiple to-do list from the meeting, which I've crossed nothing off of.
All right, JG.
Same. It was a lot to take in. I made the mistake of sitting next to Linda, our recording secretary, and I had to follow along because if I wasn't speaking up, which I thought I could just, sit back and observe all weekend, nope, I was wrong. I'm going to participate.
There's no lurkers in the meeting. It's not like
That's
it's
right.
social media.
I think everybody has had an experience, and Linda's, and I know he's saying that in such a positive way. She's
Oh,
also
it is. I love Linda.
help to keep him in tow. But I think everybody who's been there, the first time I ever proxied, like I hadn't made a motion, and she was just like, "Your name's not in the minutes." Like, made it very
Yeah.
clear that I had to say something. And I was like, I looked at her, I'm like, "What am I supposed to do? How do I do that?" So she's awesome. So yeah, we made sure that JG was in the minutes.
And I
Abstentions.
and I had to be very astute with my unmute button because I was attending virtually in order to do a second for a motion to get into the minutes. So it is fast and furious.
Abstentions and tchotchkes are two things we don't like bringing up in the next round.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, both of them
Yes,
were
I
said
learned
this
those are
weekend.
bad words.
Yep, it's rare we have either of them said, but when they are, there's a pause on the minute taking. Um,
One
yeah,
thing I
no,
thought was really good about the board meeting was that we did bring so many new volunteers on board and doing the history and the background of PAECT. Every time I hear it, I learn something that I didn't know before. And I really appreciated that with our board meeting that Ben included that and included so many different volunteers in telling the story of PAECT.
mhm.
And
Yeah,
that is going to be posted somewhere. I don't know exactly where it will be posted, but I know they were going to keep that around because that is an important history for the organization. A lot of people have, put a blood, sweat, tears, effort into creating PACT what it is today.
yep. I remember them saying sometimes in the meetings they didn't know if they were going to be able to take care of certain bills or this or that because of just working on doing what you can, and it's all volunteers. So doing what we do, but
Yeah,
that the blood, sweat, and tears, that foundation that was laid is so strong, and where we are now is just unbelievable. And we're pulling in awesome people, such as the two of you, to help keep the excitement, keep the fresh ideas coming, keep it flowing. So speaking of pulling you in, not only were you at the board meeting, as many volunteers were, we have committees, committee chairs. And one thing I got to speak on is our regions. We have 6 regions in the state. We have an out-of-state region, and the growth that we have, unbelievable, over the years that I've been involved and been on the board. And I truly believe the rock star piece of our organization is our regions, and it really falls on the regional directors. And being a regional director for many years, Dom being there before I was a regional director. Um, just going through that, I feel like there's so much that goes on at that level that it's so important. And both of you not only have stepped up to be a part of the board, but you both stepped up and have been approved. Sue Allen approved by the board. JG ran and was voted in as the regional director. So Sue, you're regional director of South Central Pennsylvania. So the question with all that, and with my Italian long-winded, Italian verbiage, is what made you step up to be a regional director?
I just saw it as an opportunity to give back to the organization as well as an opportunity to involve people within our region and network and collaborate. And really, we do it all for the kids and what's happening in our classrooms every day.
Excellent. All right, JG, same question to you, sir.
All right. I would say one small piece of it is I actually moved out of the Northwest region into the North Central, and to stay involved as much as I could. This just became open. I had some coaxing, maybe a little bit of pushing from some people in the Northwest to say, hey, you can do this job. Why not take that next leap and help us out? So yeah, it was a little bit of both. I moved, and it was that next step to help out PAECT and all the great things that we do.
That's awesome. All right, we're off script now, Dom. What do you got?
Following up with this, I think those are the big questions asking of them. But glad to have you guys on the board. I'm looking forward to working with both of you. Sue, we've worked with you for a while with marketing. You were the guru that if we wanted something, you did the organization, did the list, came up with all kinds of options. pricing and ways we could help get stuff tchotchkes out to the members and some really cool things out to the members. So I've known you for a while, and JG, it was great meeting you. You know, first time I really got to hang out with you was at Pete, and then this past weekend. It's
Hmm.
like family. It's the one nice thing. The board and the committee members, and even with PAECT. Now, my turn to be long winded. Before PLNs were like a thing in schools, my PLN was PAECT members and Keystones, and I didn't even know what Keystones was, and was actually running online with a bunch of them, and they were kind of my mentors, and that's what transitioned me into a CFF coach. Helped us get the grant for our district, cohort 3, and then getting pulled into PACT because I was unofficially hanging out with everybody, and they're like, "You should be a part of the organization and contribute." And like you said, JG, it's a way to contribute, Sue, a way to give back. Um, Great organization. It's like a family.
Definitely. So, uh, in that concept, we're going to be, one thing we'll do is we go over like kind of upcoming events in PACT. So you could think of an event maybe you have come up that you want to talk about. But not that this is your state of the region address, but you've taken over. I know you've met with I'm sure your regional boards and you've talked about different things. What are thoughts and ideas you may have? So again, it could be as concrete of, hey, next month we're doing X, or what are some different things that you'd like to see? Because kind of how Dom said over the years, when PACT first started, the regional directors, the regions were those PLNs. They were the way for people to connect. Now we've had this transition with this thing called social media on every platform there is. They want to be everywhere we are. So it's that's the part where that creativity comes in, and what types of things you're planning, what is your thoughts of doing. Building community is always so important for us. So, what kind of thoughts in those lines? Again, could be some concrete event that's coming up, or just overall, or go for two. All right, Sue, we'll start with you.
Well, we have a virtual event coming up for pre-service teachers, which is the Keystone Lead and Learn. We have 10 volunteer presenters who are going to be leading 5 sessions, and then we switch and we'll do the second set of 5 sessions. So that's available for pre-service teachers. So trying to get the word out to universities and colleges to have their students take advantage of that free PD for them. And then we're going to give a giveaway during that event to those that are members of PAECT. And for a student, a pre-service student, they can join PAECT as a premium member while they are a student. And we also have student chapters, so reaching out to those student chapters at universities and colleges to get them involved as well. And then later this spring, we have a face-to-face event planned for our members. We're still looking for a venue because of COVID that we can meet in a larger group face-to-face, but that's in the works. And then this summer, we'll figure out what's coming for 22-23.
All right, excellent. I had to find my unmute button. All right, so very good. So JG, what about your thoughts? Again, something concrete coming up, vision for the future. What do you got?
Yep. Well, I'm going to start with being so new to the region. I'm definitely leaning hard on that connect pillar. I want to, reach out to all of my Northwest or North Central people. That way we can get ourselves established, or I should get myself established and situated. But the one thing that I have reached out, and you had that clicker going across the bottom of the screen. We're hoping to have Sam Labs come in to the North Central region and do a couple events for us. I know Josh Bundy has been talking with them, so they'll be out in the Northwest. So hopefully they'll get some more events coming everybody's direction. So heading that way.
All right, awesome stuff. Yeah, so you were talking about our gold sponsors that we have, Sam Labs and Padcaster going across. And even, always looking for our corporate council members to be able to make connections there and invite them to different items. So I love it. Oh, yep, yep. And then
Nicole, past president, sneaking in a comment, which we're going to bring up here in a little bit.
Mhm.
she's just making sure
Yep,
we're on top of things, right, Tom? Yep, yep. Good stuff. I like it.
that's good.
All right. Well, you're a couple minutes on the hot seat are almost done. We'll go with final thoughts and final things before we move on. All right. So final thoughts, Sue. We'll go with you.
I'm just excited about the opportunity, excited about getting more people involved in the South Central region, and also excited about the upcoming book study that we have for the whole state.
Awesome. All right, JG.
Yeah, getting to know so many more people. I've met just amazing people in the past, and using that superpower of my social butterfly, I am going to meet so many more new and amazing people, and I learned so much from them. It's amazing just talking with them, having conversation of new ideas that pop in, and that's where I get a lot of my lesson ideas. Is talking with someone, sharing ideas, and coming up with new events and new plans. So looking forward to meeting so many new people. And
That's
like
awesome.
Dom said, bringing them into the family.
Okay. Uh, yeah. So, on the bottom of the screen, I have, head of the PACT regional Spark page. Our regional directors come together, all the events they have planned. They work on filling out the Spark, making sure it's updated monthly. I know that was one of the things that regional directors worked on this past weekend at the state board meeting. So if you go to bit.ly/ all caps PACT and lowercase events. So that's bit.ly/ capital PAECT lowercase EVENTS. And that is one of the spots to go. That is the most updated area. But you can also head to the PACT.org website and click on the calendar. And it's beneficial to be a premium member, $35 to be a premium member. We do have free membership tiers. Sue mentioned our student chapters. That's one of the things that I really feel strongly, as she does as well, is for that growth. And we have 4 student teachers in our building now, talking with them, different things. You don't know what you don't know. So I love the fact that we work really hard to get them involved. If you are in an education program, your premium membership is free. So you can sign up and you get a free premium membership, get access to the different things going on, our calendar, emails. And we have a really cool thing called Kite Learning that we're going to feature next month and talk about the Kite Learning program. All right.
And one of the things, if you are a current educator, the $35 membership for premium is tax deductible. So we are a nonprofit organization, so it's a write off.
Yeah,
So
everybody likes that. All right. Well, JG, Sue, we greatly appreciate you coming out on this St. Patrick's Day evening. Maybe you're going to go listen to some flogging mollies like Dom is dying to do shortly. And you have a wonderful one. Enjoy. It's also Friday Eve. So enjoy your
yes,
Friday. And seems like a very, very warm, well, in the East End, we got a warm weekend. What's the West have, Dom and JG? What do you
what
guys have rolling?
West is warm right now.
Okay.
North is warm. Yep.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's right. See, you usually say Northwest.
Shorts weather. Far cry from this weekend.
Shorts weather. There you go. Break out those caps. All right. Well, thank you so much. You have a great rest of your evening.
See you guys. Thank you for coming
All
on.
right. See ya. Thanks.
All right. Good stuff. Hey, it's so great to hear those new voices, hear the different things going on. It's awesome. I mean, our organization is as awesome as our members. It's as awesome as our regions and regional directors, and we've got awesome members. We have awesome regions, on the boards and awesome regional directors. So it's really
A lot of people participating, which is great.
Yep, very much so. All right, Don, we're about to jump into our upcoming events segment. We got a lot of stuff going on here at the tail end
Yes.
of March and in April. Why don't you kick it off?
Well, starting next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m., the virtual book study that Nicole Hill mentioned. When You Wonder, You're Learning. It's an ongoing book study with Act 48 credits available for Pennsylvania educators. You can check out at pact.org. Calendars at the bottom of the home page, and the link to register is off that calendar. Or go to the events section of the pact.org. You don't have to attend every session. We're looking to spend about an hour or so an evening, uh, little guided discussion. We have some members who stepped up. In fact, um, Northwest, we were at Pete and C, and one of the members came up and approached Josh Bundy and myself, and they were like, "We should do a book study off the book from one of the keynotes." And kind of volunteered her, like, "This is a great idea, Jen Tony." We had her on the show, Dr. Jen Tony. We're like, "Great idea. Why don't you organize it, run it? We will support you." And she did. She stepped up. And there's actually a committee of about 4 or 5 people that stepped up and organized the book study, and they're taking turns being mentors. So it's not falling on all one person. That's the nice thing. You have the committee set up, and that starts next week. So you don't have to attend every session. It'll be on Wednesdays at 7. Um, and you get Act 48 if you need it, if you want it, and you can drop in and out as you like. It'll be
Yeah,
a
and
cool event.
that's one great thing that PACT does. When we have our own events, we offer Act 48. If there's an event we can come in and support, when ed camps were real big, we were definitely at many ed camps across the
Yes.
state. There's a lot of ways we can support and offer those hours as well. So yeah, it's really good. We also have the virtual makerspace hosted in the southeast. They were showing off some of the things that they're doing. They're working on making creations, so they're not all together, but coming together through Zoom and the different types of technologies that we have. They almost feel like they're hanging out in the same space together. So that's a really exciting endeavor that Southeast has going on.
Yes. My region, we were asked to co-sponsor the Get Connected conference at St. Vincent College. It's an English language arts conference. We have a couple PACT members presenting and helping organize that. We are a co-sponsor. Check out pact.org for details. Sign up goes, I think, up through March 30th, or fairly close. So, if you're interested, it's easy to get to from your region, South Central, Northwest, Southwest. Check it out. It is going to be a good conference.
Yeah.
That takes
Why
us
don't
into April.
Now, why don't you take the April 2nd one there?
Okay, Fab Lab event, Bethlehem, PA, hosted by the Northeast region. Check out pact.org for more details. That's key. Always go to the website or check out the Bitly. We do have a lot of information posted on the website.
Yeah. So the next one I want to pull up. So I was buying time there. I wanted to pull up the screen and share what they have going on. Let's see. All right, we've got the out of state region is doing the totally rad 80s prom gone bad virtual murder mystery night, a night of mullets and mystery. With their high school career coming to an end, students of Mayhem High find themselves battling it out over grades, popularity, affection, class rankings, and what they all have been focused on for years: who will be awarded the prom king and queen title. So there's, I believe, 50 spaces for this because everybody has to have a different role. So if you are in the mood to either relive the 80s or,
Learn about
there's some teachers that, just barely heard about them and you want to experience what it might be like. The totally rad 80s prom gone bad is something for you to check out.
I participated in one of the past ones. These are a blast. Um,
It would have helped if I would have put it on the stream there, Ron. Dom, I'm going to add it right there. There's the image of what they got
yeah,
going on there. All right.
these are fun. We did one previously. It was great. Um, I will not be able to participate in this one. My wife's birthday is that night, so I'll be doing the family thing. But these are a blast.
Definitely. All right. What else we have? April 19th. What do we got? That's you as
Uh,
well, isn't it?
Southwest Meet and Geek, date and time and location to be announced. So check out pact.org for upcoming details.
All right. April 21st, we got the Northwest meetup in Edinburgh, Pennsylvania. So a lot of good stuff going on in the
Yes.
Northwest. Make sure to check it out.
April 23rd, which Sue was talking about, the Keystone Lead and Learn virtual event for pre-service teachers hosted by South Central. Tentatively at 10 a.m. start. Follow up at pact.org. I know I keep repeating that, but that is where you go to get the information.
Very important. Definitely very important for you to be there. All right. We also have, and that's near and dear to my heart. I really believe working with the pre-service teachers is huge for us. And just some reminders: PhD has an Amazon Smile account. So think of us if you shop on Amazon, which many of us do very much.
Along with that, we keep pushing the website. Um, there's a lot of information there. We do send out weekly emails, weekly blast. There's a monthly blast that goes out to all members, free and premium. At the beginning of the month, with all the events for that month, we have a weekly update that goes out, and we have the Educational Technology Today newsletter that has information from PACT and NISCATE, which is the New York affiliate, similar to PACT.
That is correct.
So check your email for those.
Yeah, and that's important. There's so many good things in there. We try to put stuff in there that's relevant, events that are going on. Love it. I always try to click the different articles. So I definitely look forward to that technology newsletter today, Education Technology Today newsletter to come in my email inbox on Wednesdays. So it's time for us because we wouldn't be the voice of EdTech and PA if we wouldn't really talk about tech. So I think it's time for us to crank out our tech notes. What do you think?
I think it's a good time for that.
All right, let's roll it. All right, Dom, I believe you're up first here with your tech
Yes.
tip of the month.
I am going once again retro. I'll pull this up. It is Animoto.com. Animoto is a video making website. It's super easy. It works on mobile devices, works on computers. They used to have a educational membership where they gave you um, pro benefits for free with an educational email. They have since changed that plan, and they have a free level, and then they have several premium levels of service. The free level gives you um, unlimited standard definition videos, but it's as easy as pulling images up on your phone or video up on your phone, dropping it into a template or create your own template. They give you copyright free music to use behind your pictures, and it gives you a professional looking video in seconds. You don't have to worry about copyright. You don't have to worry about um, violating music copyright, any of that stuff. It gives you the template to build a professional looking video easily. They do have student accounts that you can use if you're 13 or older students. They can create their own account through the school email and post things. If they're under 13, there's a way to go about doing that once you get parental permission. Um, but it's fantastic. I've set student accounts up in the past. I've used this for school. Uh, it's just um, a great little. I'm going to scroll around here. You know, different school project we did. Matter of seconds. We walked around New Brighton, learned the community for new teachers and some of us older teachers that haven't been around. Kind of forgot things from the past. But pictures and videos, drop them in, hit a button, it organizes the video for you. Um, Neat tool, very neat tool.
Yeah,
I like using it. I encourage my students to use it when we do special projects. Um, you know, it's free and it's easy to use.
I remember when it first came out, I was definitely an avid user, and they had a lot of different things. And education was a free tier at that point. Like you said, it's changed now, and just being on a family trip, being able to like you're taking tons of pictures, throw them into it real quick, pick the different layout that you want. It
Mhm.
would automatically pick the music in the back end. You'd send the link out. It looked like $1 million. I mean,
Yeah,
it's just it was no muss, no fuss. And like you said, if it came out, you didn't care for the way it did some things. You click like re-render, and you didn't have to go through it step by step, get all your timing. It did everything automatically in the back end.
yeah.
And for years, now last year we were 100% remote with our team. Year before we had the shutdown, so it's been a couple years since I've been on there. So I love this refresh because I used to pay for that month because you would get an unlimited. I have about a 6 minute clip that I've made in um, Audacity. I was blanking on the name of that. And so like it's set music. So I would work on putting, it was just shy. It was like right around 400 pictures would go in, and I would time it up in and just pick the different backgrounds in Animoto. So you can even pull in your own music if you have. And
Yeah.
I love their ability to embed, share the link, downloaded the different resolutions and be able to share with your class. So, it's awesome. So that's phenomenal that they pulled in like student accounts. A teacher can kind of have kids do some things like that. Definitely very cool, a very
Yeah.
powerful back end. So that's awesome.
It is, and it's we said free is the key thing, and they give you a lot for the free level. And you could, if you wanted to go, get the unlimited HD, you could pay, but unlimited standard definition works.
Mhm.
Showed teachers this when we did an in service a couple years ago, before COVID, and it does. It's a professional looking video. Not a lot of effort on the back end. You can drop video within video. You can do regular pictures, and it organizes and, like you said, magically on the back end, automatically on the back end.
Most
So
definitely. That's a good one, man. I like it. Like, oldie but a goodie. I mean, I
yeah,
love the fact that they're changing and they're updating their products. So that's good. I like that. All right, so I'm going to roll with something a little different here. This is actually I want to share about a blog post that Google put out there. Um, so a little different. So I am a big fan of a program. I met the designer at ISTE in Chicago, I believe, and he was a teacher in California who came up with a thing at that time. It was called Go Formative. Now they've cut off the Go and it's formative.com, and I love it for your ability to kind of, create something, turn a, just a very dull kind of handout, add a little bit where they can draw, they can add things to it, and then you can also kind of set it as, when I'm doing my rotations in math, it's kind of like my one of my independent station work where the kids are working through some problems and they're plugging it in and it's telling them whether they have it right or wrong immediately, so they're getting immediate feedback. They can adjust it. They can work with a partner. So Google, watching all that stuff going on, seeing how their links are going out through Classroom, they're introducing something called practice sets. And I actually heard about this just to share some of my geekiness on a podcast called Chrome Unboxed. And they had one of the members of the team, the Classroom team, on talking about this. So practice sets a more personal path to learning. When I look over it again, my brain goes to it's very similar to formative. So this is just their post. They have a video. We won't show it here. We'll put the link in our notes for you to be able to check. But talking about making a basically personalized learning, making it very interactive through Google Classroom, and the ability now. As I look here for a second, let me pull onto a screen that makes me think of kind of what you're doing. So you're kind of taking a handout or something that you already have, and you're kind of creating the fields where people can put in and insert their answers. So again, making it, giving it that little interactive edge to it. And they talk about, because it's housed inside of Google Classroom, they're able to pull some of that AI analytical data to help you kind of get insights into the class as far as students that are struggling on certain questions, certain type, and you're going to look at it and say, oh, there's certain types of questions. Oh, I could tell this is what it's really a multiplication issue that they're struggling with. That superpower that JG has. It may be a division scenario, or whether it's, vocabulary, or maybe it's something in science, and it's just the process of working through whether it's a chemical formula, chemical interaction, or, just the way, forces are being added or subtracted together. So this is something that's upcoming. They're talking about, but the reason why I wanted to highlight it is I think, obviously anything to kind of add to Google Classroom. I know in PA there's a lot of people using Google Classroom, um, and I'm kind of like I dip my toes in both realms. I love a lot of the Microsoft products and I use them, and even on Chromebooks. But we also have, Google Classroom and some of that stuff that I use as well. But in the article, the keyword, so blog.google.com, on the keyword blog, there is here to get in touch if you're interested in participating in the beta. And they did say if you are a Google Workspace for Education Plus. So I'm not positive. I did reach out to our IT department, but I still filled out the form because again, if there's some way to kind of look at it and be able to give my voice to help in how this feature rolls out, I definitely want to do my part. So I definitely think if that's something you're using in the classroom, I think practice sets could add a little bit of that interactive touch that way you're not having to jump to third party and oh, I gotta remember this password, remember that password. It's all housed in one location. So
That looks
practice sets, yeah,
that looks phenomenal. Like, great tool to be able to use.
most definitely. So hopefully, again, it's what they're talking about, and I know different tech companies may talk, hey, we're going to be putting this thing out, and they get a little further down the road, and sometimes it comes to fruition, sometimes it doesn't. Hopefully it does pull through.
Cool. That is neat. Thank you for that information. I have to check that blog out. That's one thing I
Yeah,
got to get back. The time thing, the superpower, being able to like manipulate time. I'm behind on a library book. Like, I've checked it out ebook 4 times. So my blog reading has slacked a little bit trying to get through this book, and then I'm going to do the virtual book study starting next week. So I have some reading to get done this weekend.
no, that's always the thing. I mean, that time superpower is huge because that's something that teachers have a lot of stuff thrown on us, but we're never given more time to do it. So
Yeah.
always tough. All right, well, we're kind of hitting the end of the show, I do
Yeah.
believe. So I think it's time for us to make sure to thank our sponsors. I do know we will be updating this. We do have a couple new sponsors that are coming on board as of late with our corporate council. So we'll be making sure, I believe DRC's Insight, I'm working on getting their graphic, but we have a couple of our other corporate council and our gold sponsors that we'd like to roll the footage and thank them.
And if you are a PACT member out and about and you come across at any event, come across some of our corporate and gold sponsors, please thank them because they make everything we do at PACT possible. As do you and your paid memberships
Most definitely.
and your
All right, here.
volunteering. We
All right, here we
appreciate it.
go. We'll roll the footage. All right. All right. So great corporate council members, great gold members. We really appreciate, as Dom said, helping us do the things we do, helping advance ed tech. It's really awesome.
Yeah, it was a great show. Glad people that chimed in. We had a couple regular listeners post some things on social media. We pushed that on the screen. A lot of people coming and checking out after the fact. Appreciate you guys checking us out, viewing and listening to the podcast anywhere you find great podcasts.
Most definitely. And
Appreciate that.
looking ahead to April, I believe spring in your PACT step is kind of our tagline, what we're looking at. And remake learning days, I believe, is something we're going to be focusing on.
Yes, that will be one of the topics. We hope to have some people from Remake Learning throughout the state coming on and talking about the different events going on. So check us out. And if you can't check us out live, check us out on YouTube. We have the videos posted shortly, and
Yep.
podcasts go out within a few days to a week.
Yep. And then the next live show will be April 21st. So, truly appreciate you being here, Dom. And I appreciate
Thank
all
you.
those who joined live and all of those who are listening in the future. Whether, like you said, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, checking it out through YouTube. All right. All the places you are. So, thanks for joining us for another PACT pod. And always remember, PACT,
We are
the voice of EdTech in Pennsylvania.
and beyond.
Have a great one.
Take care, everybody. Happy St. Patrick's Day.